Dylan, Dylan, Dylan. It's time to make the Halloween special, Dylan.
Yeah, it is about that time, isn't it?
Dylan, Dylan.
I guess I should get started.
Don't forget to thank the patrons, Dylan.
Yeah, this video is made possible thanks to my patrons, a new artist, Derpin Goose, Luigi88, McTiffle, Mode Select Start, Nerd Stop, Noah, Shadow Silent Gargoyle, Void Scent, and all the Cozy Tier subscribers. Thank you guys. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Dylan with a Blankie channel, where it is my favorite time of the year. What time of year exactly? Well, it's Halloween! There's nothing quite like dressing up in your favorite costume as your favorite character, going around having some fun, and maybe making some cool stuff. It's like going to an anime convention without the silent judgment. But enough about the spooky season, let's talk about why I've gathered you here tonight. I've done so because on this Halloween night, we will be talking about the scariest, grossest, strangest, most obscure horror series ever made. D! Yeah, it's called D. Just D. Let me tell you that this game was an experience. Never in my life have I been subject to something so bad, it's almost perfect. But D scratches the itch I did not know I had. The history behind D is just as elusive as the D in One Piece, but if you subscribe to my Patreon, you might learn more about the D. The game. The video game. Again, let me introduce you to D, the perfect game to set someone up for a D's nuts joke, or for the most interesting hour of their life. D was created in 1995 for the fucking 3DO. That's how you know we're about to see some stuff. And later it was ported to the Sega Saturn, PlayStation, and GigaChad MS-DOS! The developers of D were one Warp Studio, which was founded by the enigmatic Kenji Eno, God rest his soul. Now, Warp as a company had a bit of a time making games for the 3DO until it died, but D was a major success for the company. What is it about the D that made it such a hit, though? Buckle up, because I'm about to show you. Oh. Get ready for D's nuts, boys. 1997 Los Angeles. Somehow worse than current LA. It's got bats, shitty graphics, and a doctor locking himself in a hospital to kill people, and blonde white women! Truly horrific. So the plot is shown in extremely compressed FMVs that are amazing for this time frame. I mean, 1995, you were lucky to see a flip book have this quality. The esteemed Dr. Richter has taken hostages in a hospital, and this brings his spaghetti-haired daughter, Laura, in to talk some sense to her father. She walks right the fuck up in the building like, where are the police? LA is truly a lawless wasteland. Laura here gets in contact with this blob and boom, we're in a castle now. And playing the game, and yes, this is the game. So I can't express to you how many times I reset thinking I was frozen in a cutscene, but no, the game just starts right here and looks just like the cutscenes. If you want any exposition outside of that cutscene you just got, well, that's what game boxes are for. A full moon rises over LA National Hospital. D, the daughter. Inside the father, a doctor gone mad. D, daddy. But why outside the daughter? D, donkey. The innocent, the seeker. D, dicks. You're about to enter the darkness forever. D, Gungaga.
Me? Gungaga.
Yeah, it keeps going after that, but the manual explains that this game has a time limit. You have 2 very real hours to beat this game, and it even has multiple endings to achieve. So, right into the game, and you can move around and interact with this bowl that turns into blood. That's all it does. We have 2 items, being a clock telling us our time limit, and a compact that can be used 3 times throughout the playthrough to give us hints.
Laura. This is your father.
Oh shit! Yeah, get used to that, because dear old dad with his disembodied head, he stops by to hit us with the 4 Laura combo a lot. Oh, really? You're gonna stop short? I mean, I came here to die, asshole. It's a fairly goofy game that may have been scary in the ancient era of 1995, but you interact with stuff and get spooky jump scares or this guy with a spike in his mouth. There's a variety of puzzles to solve that are fairly fun to do. It's a huge pain panning around though, as Laura takes forever to turn. Walking between rooms is guaranteed to eat up at least 30 minutes of your playthrough. Christ, Laura, can we hurry up? Oh, you sassy bitch. A certain mechanic of the game is finding these random bugs that let you see glimpses of the past, and I think these are what affect the ending that you get. That's a rock! That's the fastest I've ever seen Laura move. Oh my god, she's moving! See, I knew she could move faster. Laura's holding out on us, guys. Now, you may be shocked to learn, but the troll face originated from this game. D was groundbreaking in every way. This is about the whole game, though. You trip on bug juice, solve puzzles, and waste a lot of time interacting with stuff since it runs so slow. It's a decent enough time, but the worst part is, by far, this fight with this knight guy. And not only does D take credit for Trollface, but also quick time events. And the response is so bad, you have to do several QTEs to avoid this knight dude, or get knocked down a pit just to reattempt it. It's horrible, and I lost at least 20 minutes trying to get past this dumbass. Laura, Laura, Laura. Don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon, Laura. Once you finish the 4 puzzles in the game, you then can get 4 endings depending on your playthrough. If you took too long, you get the bad ending, which is Laura going into the real world again, and it says, time up. This is actually the best ending you can get in the context of the other ones. The bad ending is if you choose not to shoot your father, the screen will fade to black, and he eats her. The good ending is that she shoots him, and I agree, because I'm tired of hearing him say Laura. And finally, the 100% ending. This requires finding all those beetles we talked about that show Laura killing and eating her mother, plus the good ending of killing her father. So you might be wondering, what changes in the ending, Dylan? You hear a baby cry at the end. That's literally it. That is literally the difference. You get the added context of the cutscene of her eating her mother. She gets a good ending killing her father, and a fucking baby cries during the credits. Now, prepare yourself, because you aren't ready for the bombshell that this game drops on us. The D stands for Dracula. You fucking heard me. I didn't stutter. Laura and her family are descendants of Dracula. Dear old dad was being possessed and overtaken by Dracula, which is why we had to take care of him before Dracula took over, and explains why Laura was munching on Mommy Dearest. Fucking superb storytelling. I never imagined the D actually stood for anything, and I was floored to learn that's what it meant. The worst part of the bad ending is when the credits roll, there's this gross sound effect of Laura being eaten the whole time the credits play.
He will live forever as Dracula. Ah, Laura!
And there you have it. The most insane thing to come out of the 3DO. D. It's only a 2-hour game, so it's an easy enough one to get through. It's just silly looking, and I really do love this game. It's awesome.
Dylan, don't forget the sequel, D2, Dylan.
Oh no. Gamers, the legacy doesn't end with D. In fact, it keeps going into D2. Quack, quack, quack. Oh, wrong media. Which was made for the greatest console ever, the Dreamcast, in 1999. If you thought D was strange, then you should buckle the fuck up, because D2 is the strangest game I've ever played in my life. So D2 started as a launch title for the Panasonic M2. I don't know what that is either, but apparently it was supposed to be the successor to the 3DO. It went through a lot of changes and technical hiccups before becoming the insanity that is D2 for the Dreamcast. Now, D2 is a survival horror, action, adventure, JRPG, FPS, walking, hunting, and dating simulator That's no exaggeration. This game is all of those genres in one game. Kenji Eno was fucking cooking. Crystal meth, probably, because it's the only logical conclusion I can come up with. This game started as a concept that turned to this, and that swapped from 3DO to the M whatever, and then landed on the Dreamcast with everything having been changed at the last minute. I mean, good thing they managed to program the D2 logo to do this. D2 starts with Laura from the first game. I think. She falls asleep on a plane trip, is woken up by the PA system, and starts getting fresh with a hunk of man, David. When suddenly, terrorists take over... Terrorists take over the plane, and a meteor hits it. Eno, buddy, you had the terrorists. What did you need the fucking meteor for? The plane then crashes into Canada, an even worse fate than being in LA. Laura awakens in a cabin with Kimberly Fox, a songwriter who survived the crash and saved Laura. Inexplicably, however, the plane crashed 10 days ago, and Laura was only found 2 days ago by Kim. So it looks like we've got a case of amnesia. Then, one of the terrorists stumbles into the cabin, turns into a plant monster, sticks a tentacle down Kim's throat, and welcome to the game, asshole! It's time to start shooting. Already, I feel like I'm in a schizophrenic frenzy as this dude walks in, saves us, and then Kim chases him out. We finally gain control of Laura and, oh look, point and click, like the first game. Sweet. Just pick up the Uzi from the cabinet. You always gotta have an Uzi on deck in Canada. Then move on out. Third person camera now, okay. Oh, now we've got a rifle and we need to shoot a rabbit. Good luck, because Laura has a stroke whenever she aims the gun. Yo, check it out, we got 2 meats. Love getting them meats. Shooting animals on the map rewards you with meats that you can cook and use to heal. It's a vital mechanic since healing is scarce without it. Well, the tutorial's over, so let's get to the gameplay. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna fucking die. I hate this. Well, first off, we have tank control. Ah, fuck, what the hell? Shit! Die! What the fuck? Thought I was joking, didn't you? Well, who's the crazy one now? I'd like to remind you, this is a real video game that exists, and that is what happens when you level up. We have a point-and-click, hunting sim, action-adventure, and JRPG so far. You can check out this little cabin ahead and go further into the overworld. The only music you hear is this 5-second jingle as you walk onto the map. And then, this is why on the cover, her eyes are closed, because she's sleeping. She's just always asleep. Absolute silence. Until you get a random encounter. So the encounters switch us to this, like, FPS JRPG hybrid as we aim at these enemies to keep them at bay before they hit us. It's wild stuff. The monsters remind me of some hybrid between the obscure creatures and Monsters, Inc. monsters. I don't know why. Sega Dreamcast sound design was also a thing of beauty, hearing these awesome Nickelodeon squelches at a volume of 1 million minimum. At this point, I have no clue where to go or even what my objective is, so I stumble to the crashed plane and it's full of corpses. My goal was to get some pants on Laura before she freezes, but it seems someone has beat us to it. At this time, I check out the pause screen, and no shit, we have a skill level. Why? What's it for? I still don't know what the skill level's for. There's a lore section in the menu and also how many animals you've hunted, but I only use the save function, which lets us save anywhere, and I can already tell that that's a recipe for utter disaster. You can't heal on the pause screen, and you have to move this side inventory thing to cook or use first aid sprays. At a point, I decide to return to the cabin after a lot of roaming around, and Kimberly had our progress the whole time. Using the shelf key, we can get a radio and a pimp cane. We bring it back, and no shit, Kimberly gives us her mixtape. Bro, I can't. I'm losing my grip on reality. We're out in the elements, Kim. Now's not the time to promo your mixtape. Are you scared this Halloween? Or looking for a Christmas gift to give to your friends? Well, look no further. it's time to hit up the Blankie merch store to get one of our handmade pickles. That's right, you can get one of 3 pickles in light green, regular green, or dark green, all wrapped up in a cozy blanket and made to go. Buy one today! With the power of Kim's mixtape, we can interact with the corpse on the plane and enter our first boss fight.
Is everything all right, ma'am?
Oh.
Our current location is above Canada from the Prialis star cluster on red high-heel shoes. The turbulence is the original ETA at St. Charles. Autopilot engaged in the galley, right on schedule. Please bring your seatbelts to the crew and uprightness the flying. Let all shots be right in front of you.
Oh shit, we about to fight Queen Goma. Okay, you can say what you want about everything else. This game nails the body horror transformations. The bosses are just like regular enemies, just you spend way more time trying to kill them. This fight is great because Laura gets tossed around in the funniest way possible. If you run out of health, just pop out that cooker and make some meat real quick. Anyway, we nearly die, but Kim throws a goddamn spear and is like, hey, I found a snowmobile, let's ride. Hashtag girl boss. She gives us the mirror from the first game, which is a great callback, and suddenly...
Laura. Laura. Are you alright?
Oh! Only 2? They brought back the multiple Laura lines. Let's go! Laura's memory returns little by little as we progress, and we get monologues from the dude on the plane. It's really interesting how Laura's amnesia is layered. It seems for those 8 days, Laura was with David or whatever, so he exposits every once in a while for us. Back in the cabin, Kim has left us for dead, and she also used all the gas in the snowmobile, forcing us to continue walking. Blast a couple of goo globs, and we make it to a truck that, surprise, we have a key for. Unfortunately, Laura doesn't know how to fucking drive and crashes the truck in 2.5 seconds. We have no access, at least, to this silo with nothing in it, and the series of events grows ever the more wild, because when you leave, some old guy tries to run us over, and without hesitation, or the will to move, Laura lights the son of a bitch up. She oozes up and mows him down, staring down the truck. See, Laura is the female protagonist we need. You want to see something really weird, though? Dude, his health is not... What the fuck is happening? I can't pause. I need time to assess. Did you need commentary for that? What am I supposed to say? What words can even fathom what just happened on screen? I can't keep up. I can't do it. Name one single boss fight in the history of ever that is this bonkers. I dare you. I fucking dare. You can't do it. You just cannot. So this dude is grandpa to the random kid from the plane, which is weird because that means that plane was supposed to land here, right? Yeah, so you gotta shoot the old man a lot, aim at the tentacle when it's about to attack, and leave the dove alone, I guess. Eventually you win, and he blows up into doves. How else was he supposed to die? Laura then realizes this was grandpa to that girl, and does her iconic scream. And then promptly falls asleep in the middle of a snowfield. Laura has 0 survival instincts. Thank goodness we have Kim who found us and saved us. You're super lucky I cut it out, but Kim here, I shit you not, talks for like 15 minutes about nothing. And I'm serious, she just drones on and on for 15 minutes. Just about nothing in every cutscene in the game. The only bit of info that matters out of this entire conversation is she remembers the dude from our amnesia's name is David. Now, let me back up a bit as well. The terrorists on the plane were 3 dudes. 2 average guys. One we saw was a monster in the beginning, and this dude who's a necromancer. Yeah, look, 2 normal guys. This dude. He's trying to bring back Shadow, the ultimate life form. If we go to the cabin from earlier, we see a cutscene where the other henchmen get killed by Kimberly. I hate to spoil it for you, but it's pretty obvious it's her. Same pants, same voice. Sorry to burst your bubble. So, Kim is one of these monsters, and everyone's taking this drug called Linda. It's great. Then we go to the underground mine shafts. Don't ask questions. Where we find the granddaughter of that magic man. Why is she here? How did she get here? Using the pimp cane, we save her. But then the cave collapses on us. Laura.
Laura. Laura. Awake, Laura Parton, in the name of the Great Mother.
God is now speaking directly to Laura. Somehow, Kim saved us and brought us to the cabin again. That is the series of events that leads us to a snowmobile sequence and some of the only music we get to hear for more than 2 seconds. Every time. We're gonna hear this music for like a minute.
Everybody hold on tight.
And that's disc 1. Oh, didn't I say? There's fucking 4 discs! On to disc 2, and the trio find their way into some old mansion. As soon as they find shelter, Kim and the girl leave Laura alone for no reason. None at all. Better use the restroom. Oh, I mean, it's effective. You just shit off the side and you're good. So, Laura almost falls out of a door that goes off a cliff. I'd like you to try and guess what immediately follows this scene. Is it A, Kim comes back and we leave on the snowmobile? B, Laura finds David? C, everyone subs to my Patreon and we get the good ending of the game? Or D, some random guy holds up a naked Kim with a gun and then Kim attacks us with her private parts?
Go on, why don't you show yourself? Go ahead and blossom into your sick, disgusting, real self. Huh? What the
I can't show this fight at all, but it's an entire boss fight where Kim is flying around butt cheek ass naked trying to kill us in the craziest episode of Snatch Game I've ever seen. I streamed this live on my Twitch channel and I had to change to my live screen of just my face. So please enjoy the noises and my face watching this boss fight. Oh no. Oh, it's up! It's up! Oh god! Oh, it's still just as fucking naked! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Kill me.
Oh my god, her weakness is her...
Judy, I'm sorry.
They said Dove Grandpa couldn't be topped, but these madmen at Warp did it! After the battle, Kim shows up and apparently that Kim was a clone. Why? Why are there Kim clones? We never get the answer to this! Now we get to the part of the game where we can drive the snowmobile. Don't worry, the random battles still happen and Laura will just jauntily hop off the snowmobile to fight instead of just driving continuously. Okay, so we find a dead Kim clone and then a random guy in a lab. This guy is the creator of Linda. He's transforming into one of those creatures. Bro tells us Stonehenge was made to detail a specific day because of stars and shit. He calls it the Great Eclipse, and it happens on December 25th, 2000. This guy is also David's dad, and Linda is this drug that holds the thing that turns people into these monsters. And this dude goes on and on for about 20 minutes about another... I'm sorry, hold on, what? Go back?
You aside and get the flamethrower. Thank you.
Fuck's sake, he's still going! Laura then gets locked in a cryo chamber and does what she does best. Disc 2 ends with another trippy montage. Now, look, I love montages just as much as anyone, but what was all of that? Would you like to guess how Disc 3 starts? We get hit by a car and materialize out of the air. Yeah, this is Peter. He was the dude Kim chased out at the beginning of the game. Kim shows up out of nowhere again, and we go to a random house to eat some food, and this dude sounds just like Samuel L. Jackson.
Much, much bigger. A huge curtain of light appeared from the other side of the ocean, then grew until it enveloped everything. It was almost as if the light was shielding the planet.
Throw a few motherfuckers in there, and it's like 90% similar. Kim and Peter argue for literal minutes about nothing. Kim defends swallowing like 18 pills at once, and Peter says the cosmos is attacking us, and Laura just obviously doesn't want to be here anymore, and I don't either. I don't either. I feel you, Laura.
Who's there? Mother? Is it you? Guess not. Go away!
Super Mario 64 speedrunners be like, no, I have to practice these LBLJs! Not the weirdest thing we've heard, but hey, here's the necromancer guy again. Bro's been walking for 10 days to get to a red hole. The game just constantly like cuts back to this guy walking in the snow just aimlessly. Back to the cabin, we get to witness some more insane stuff.
You're bartering yourself away for a make-believe world, paying with pain, yours and others.
I'd rather turn into a monster and not have to think or remember or feel anything anymore.
Don't say things like that.
This man has overstepped every boundary set. Hey guys, welcome to Boundary Break, where we watch this guy break every physical and mental boundary between humans there is. Parker knocks her pills out of her hand, gives her a speech like he's her dad, and fucking slaps her. He's known her like a total of 10 minutes. Well, it's back to the wilderness, and an old man with a robot arm tells us we are important, and the parrot...
She who stands before us, born on both shores of history and fated to be here at this moment.
Play the piano back at the house, grab a gun, and a key. This weapon is a bit stronger than our initial gun, but slower, so a good upgrade. Okay, so we meet the piano guy's mom, who is blind, and Laura, who doesn't speak, nods at her. Like, come on, Laura. The sun threw a burning log at her face, and we don't get to see it. I'd like to remind you, like 10 minutes ago, we fought a boss whose main weapon was her genitals. But I can't see Grandma's burnt face. The piano kid is dead now, and so is the old man, and the parrot flies off into the cold. It's gonna die out there. At least there's a new gun in the back that we will never have ammo for. What else do we do but head to Grandma, because who else is left alive at this point? We have to do the most normal boss in the game, being the dude who attacked us in the beginning. He's this weird spider, and his worst attack is this bug that explodes on contact. At least we don't have game overs, because that would be too normal. No. In this game, we perish. We win the fight, and we don't win. We lose, as Laura gets strangled, and of course, she goes to sleep again. Hey, you still paying attention, Junior? I'm not done yet. We wake up, and now we have bombs. When we did all that just to go back to the house, I fucking can't stand this game. I rode all the way there just so they would transport me back to the fucking house.
Well, it's from here to the stone bridge. 15 minutes should be long enough.
Hey, just hold on a minute.
Yeah, hold on, Kim, I have a way better solution here. Why not set the bomb when you get there?
Tested this thing yet?
Test? Don't be such a wuss.
They're bombs! Kimberly! They're bombs! Okay, so here's the logic. Peter sets the bomb to go off in 15 minutes, and we have to attach it to a gate to move on, which is a pretty good distance from us. Why? Why did he set the bomb now? We can set it at the gate. Why do it now? Kim even taunts him into setting it now, and they start chatting while the bomb is actively counting down. I played it.
I didn't set it for 15 minutes. I set it for 1,500 hours.
They deserve it. They deserve this. They deserve every fucking bit of this. Now we have to race against the clock to save Kim from the bomb. Laura could have thrown that shit at the gate, but here we are at square one again. Kim gets mad at Peter and storms out. We flash back to David, and now Peter is infected because his blood is green. How did he get infected? Then Parker blows himself up with the gate. Parker, why did I say Parker? Peter Parker? You know what? I just realized, I don't don't think I know this guy's name, and I don't care to fix it. So, guy blows himself up with that gate. Kim cries for a dude that smacked her not even 5 minutes ago. Like, in real time, 5 minutes ago, he smacked her in the face, and they don't even know each other. Then we go back to the house to get the girl, and the fucking grandma attacks us.
I saw how you treated him. You fed on him, didn't you? Did he taste good? How did my little boy taste? Come. I'll treat this little one like you did my son. I'll eat her down to the bone and enjoy
I love all these
every
stock
last
sound effects. So the kid saw Kim kill the piano guy, so now she's scared of her. Kim then resolves to off herself to be with the fucking guy who literally speed ran abusing her in every way he could. Better cut to the necromancer again. So the whole point of that plane crash was for the necromancer to make his way to the god of destruction and become one with him. Did I mention his name is Shadow? Because every time I just imagine that this necromancer is looking for Shadow the Hedgehog after he fell from the Space Colony Ark in Sonic Adventure 2, and that's what drives me to keep going. Time to pass that gate, but before we do, a small child gets to witness Kim and Parker die together. That's how I feel, Laura. Whoever storyboarded this has no idea how people even become friends. I just can't comprehend these relationships. Thank God Kim left the transcript for her fucking mixtape, though. So we can now have 10 more minutes of random poetry, even after she's dead! I'm going to do my absolute best to summate this insanity. We crashed here from a random plane trip after it was struck by a meteor. And 3 random zealots are trying to revive the god of destruction. There's a drug called Linda turning people into plant monsters. Supposedly! Because it could be the drug, or it could be the magic man, because we have no idea how one dude was changed, because he wasn't taking Linda at all. Stonehenge held the star date for when we'd be usurped by a higher being, and the Great Mother, aka God, has chosen Laura to stop the god of destruction. Now, how does David tie into all of this? He doesn't. At all. He has zero relevance to the plot. Those amnesia bits? Pointless! They mean nothing! His only purpose was keeping Laura safe for the 8 days off screen, and he dies! Look, that's it. This is the best way I can sum up what's happened so far. Zero explanation for the Kim clones. Nothing about all these other characters, like the old man who just died. Not even an explanation for Laura, and zero mention of fucking Dracula! Her relationship with Dracula is literally the best thing about her character, and it just doesn't exist. It's not here. We're nearly there, though. There's only one last disc to complete. That side plot for the Necromancer is finally fulfilled with him fusing with Shadow T. Hedgehog, and we must go face him on Death Mountain. That's right. D2 is not only 8 different genres at once, it also takes place in Hyrule with Shadow the Hedgehog as the final boss. Look me in the eye and tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that you don't believe that that's true, because after all you've seen, is it really that crazy that this takes place in Hyrule? Yeah, I thought so. We make it to the Lucy part in lab.
This is... Laura. Laura Parton.
For the first time ever, Laura speaks. So these labs are apparently linked to Laura since she has the same last name. This place has a computer that tells us some lore bits, like the fact that they have a cloning machine, and that's really it. Now, I know I said that they don't explain Kim having clones, and they don't. Like, there's a cloning machine here, but it doesn't explain why Kim, who just crashed here on a plane, has so many fucking clones running around. Once we listen to all of that stuff, we get a key. And so I think that the creator of this place is Laura's mother. Laura's mother found a mammoth, frozen. And inside the mammoth, I can't believe I'm about to say these words. There was an angel inside of the mammoth. Let it get her pregnant. How? Don't know. Don't know, but she got pregnant with a dead angel from a mammoth that's been frozen for centuries. And had Laura. I don't know what to think anymore. Is this angel related to Dracula? Is the angel Dracula? Is this even the same fucking Laura? Okay, I need to take a minute because I don't even think you'll believe this. After everything that's happened, I still don't think that you will believe this if I speak the words. So I have to show it to you. I have to put it on screen, full view, and let you just absorb it. Just take it in.
You've come very far, Laura. I am Lucy, your mother.
You know what? I think I just realized. I think this is... Am I shooting my mother's... There ain't no way! Bruh! Oh, no shit! I can't believe I just did that on stream. It's not over. It's still not over. It's still not fucking over, dude. So, dude does some weird shit, and that little girl that's been with us, she melts. She melts, bro. What do you want from me? She fucking melts. I see thing happen. I say thing happen. There's only one thing left to do. We have to climb Death Mountain and enter the butthole to fight the final boss of the game. Great Mother shows more random-ass visions of stuff. David talks about random shit, and we can finally kill this guy we've never met until now. While most of the gameplay has been crazy and weird, I will admit this boss fight is an interesting one. It starts out with us shooting him to a certain threshold, and as we lower his health, he takes away our senses. First, our sight, and we have to shoot blind. Then he takes our hearing.
I guess it's that time. Farewell.
You just cannot escape the real final boss of this game. Exposition. Earlier we got a flower from God, and using it here gives us our senses back, so we can blast Shadow into oblivion, freeing us from the insanity that is D2.
Laura.
Oh no.
Laura.
We ain't that lucky, motherfuckers! The game's conclusion goes on for 40 minutes. 40 minutes of random stuff happening. First, the Great Mother talks to us. Then we go back in time to New Year's 1999, where we find that the little girl is fine and we find David as well, alive and well. The clock ticks down to the year 2000, we pan out, and that's almost it. That's right, I said almost. We get to see 10 minutes. 10 minutes of uninterrupted showcasing of all the random stuff the Great Mother showed us, followed by a sequence of cards showing random stats, such as the population of Earth, its projected population, and the number of people infected with HIV. Why? And it keeps going. For nearly 5 minutes, we get random statistics before finally being blessed with the fucking credits. After the credits, we get an end screen telling us how many days until the year 2000, and that, my friends, is the end of D2, the most insane experience of my life. Are you wondering where the Dracula lore comes in? It doesn't. I'm convinced this is a different Laura entirely, and just unrelated completely from the original D. One last bit of interesting lore I'll leave you with is the original story for D2. And hold on, because it's a ride. The original pitched story. A pregnant Laura is on a flight to Romania when all of a sudden, her unborn baby is kidnapped from her womb and transported to medieval times. Yeah, I know, stay on board, not done yet. Some guy sold his soul to have a son, and they took Laura's. You then play the game as the son trying to escape a castle and save your father. While this never happened, there is an unreleased demo video of the concept on Warp Studios YouTube, showing this whole sequence, which is what was playing in the background just now. Link in description. This was later refined to Vlad III, Dracula's wife, can't give him an heir, and in his anger, he starts to impale the residents of his country. Even his wife loses her life. In the end, he can only think of one way to get a son. He makes a deal with the devil, who grabs the Laura's still unborn child from her womb and sends it back in time, where it grew to maturity. Laura dies in the process, and that is the last of the insanely beautiful nightmare that Kenji Eno left us. known as the D series. Well, that, my friends, was the D series. Kenji Eno was definitely the game creator of all time. What Warp left us is the most bizarre experience ever. It's not even a bad series of games. Almost the epitome of so bad, it's amazing. If you haven't played D or D2, then God bless you, keep it that way. I just figured I'd share that experience with you guys to celebrate the season. So,
Dylan, it's time to end the video, Dylan. Nobody watches this far, Dylan. Please shut up.
Fine. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Remember, stay cozy and have a happy Halloween.